quite the hero I hope to be.
Okay, so this time, Est and Python are still alive, but Hestia got on Conrad when I wasn't looking, and he took her out, but she left him with 1 HP, so... Oh well, continuing on. I did it. I got Faye behind enemy lines. She's in a safe spot outside of both Duma's and Garm's sight. Alright, so I'm back now against the Duma that still has full health, and Python is completely and totally able to counterattack with no problems whatsoever. So, the lesson that I learned last time is don't go in charging and try to finish him in one turn, because some kind of crazy power is going to go up that prevents me from doing that, and then I'm not going to be able to keep myself healed up. I'm thinking that for the most part, I'm going to want to only go on like hard offensive with one character per turn and then use all of my physics healing that character back up. I'm pretty sure that any individual on my team can take one shot from this guy, especially if I box him in with some beefy units.
All right, sure. Don't worry about me.
So Cliff's gonna need to get back up there, and Tatiana needs to continue with her fortifies, just because I still have a lot of people that are unfortunately stuck in the goo. But for example, Olm, he can only do 22 damage, he can't crit. So like, that works for me. Especially if I grab back out my Royal Sword. So I could attack right now, and that would do a bunch of damage, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hit this guy instead. I'm just gonna use Olm as a wall, and hopefully I can just counter counterattack to do all the damage that I need to do. Yes, here we go. Let's box him in with Dread Fighters until my properly beefy units can make it up here. Because these guys also have speed on their side. So fortify everybody back up to top again.
Show us how it's done.
Also Faye. Faye can take a shot. So I'll have Faye hide up here and go ahead and fire these eyeballs down. And they are just terrors, so I can have Est and Claire and Katria go to town on them as well.
It's just clumsy.
Lastly, let's get Saber, the Dread Knight with the most defense, to take up this spot right here. And Duma should be totally boxed in. I can have everybody else fall in around him on the not poison ground. And they'll be just as much in range of his magic as if they weren't.
Could learn a thing or three.
Not being on the poison ground is better. That's the sentence, the idea that I was trying to get across with that. I think the Saints are okay because they have their Soothing Light or Absolve ability or whatever it is, but everybody else, there's no need for you to be stuck in that goo, unless you're specifically healing up a Saint, in which case, sure, go for it, I guess. Yeah, that sucks, but at least you can do some counter damage if it comes to that. Ragnarok. Ooh, yeah. You have some really damaging moves. The only problem is that you'll take a ton of damage in return for them. So you hide there. Get Genny up here to Physic. It looks like everybody around him is kind of okay, but I'll top up Saber. I don't want anybody around Duma that isn't topped up. And yes, this time I chose to drop Mycin in favor of Silk because she had the warp, and the warp is what allowed me to get Faye in here and take out the other mage with like minimal problems. So sorry, Mycin, I tried you for a round. Everybody else was too valuable, and now I have another healer to like collapse around everybody and make sure everyone's topped up. That's valuable to me in this key moment. So we're gonna go for Faye. Large hit percentage chance. And in physical, you use this tentacles move, which does physical damage. Nice, nice dodge, Faye. So there's gonna be a lot of peppering damage counterattacks, I think.
I'm not half bad, huh?
But at least that eyeball's dead. And I think as long as he's attacking me, he's not summoning up more eyeballs either. Now, what I would love to do is get Forsyth and Cliff up there to take these spots. He's got a speed of only 10, which means that Forsyth, with his just plain bet, would be doubling him. And he's got a ton of attack power, even enough to overcome his 20 defense. I still would like to have Celica attack him once, like just for the sake of it. But if I do, it's gonna be on a counterattack. I don't want her leading an offensive. Alm, on the other hand, can take plenty of shots. So we'll have him do his 30 damage. Just smack that dragon down. And dodge the counter shot. Excellent. Extra bonus, anybody who dodges a counterattack means that, like, I don't have to spend the healers on that person, so somebody else gets to continue. In this case, let's make it, Faye, with massive, massive Seraphim damage, assuming it lands. Now, though, I'm gonna need to spend my Fortify in Physics. Topping her back up again. She won't do that much damage to herself next time by using the same move, but still. I'm not gonna leave her there with that little HP, just lingering. Totally fucking forgot that I only have one Physic. Because Tatiana is the other Physicer and I'm using her on Fortifies, so. Oh yeah, but that's enough. Faye will be able to survive a counterattack now. I'm not gonna do that with Leon because I just spent my healers. Silk can just get back up into town. All right, I think everybody's kind of okay now. Defense of 14, 16, 16, 14. Let's get Matilda in place of Jesse, because you've got way more damage on you. Yeah, you can do 16 if he chooses to attack you. And if I attack, I can do... No. Yeah, I can do 16. You do 26. I can do 13, 12, or 10. 10 damage. Straight up regular attack is the strongest one out of Matilda. Okay. Next turn, he heals up only 5 per round, so that's not actually all that bad. And he keeps going after Faye. That's okay. I really should get someone with more defense in that spot, but honestly, I don't know if there are many people with more defense than Faye. I don't know why he's attacking Faye. She's got 16. Matilda's only got 14. But anyways, I can drop in Cliff now in place of Faye. And use Faye as a healer again. So that's another one freed up for damaging. Just not this particular round.
Just say the word.
Yeah, you'll do 20 damage. Excellent. Plop you there. We'll have Genny come around and heal you up. If he chooses to attack Faye at range, he's got the Hexlock shield to defend herself with. I've got Tobin on backup, so I can put him in place of Saber if I want to. I want to see what happens if I have Celica in place here. Yeah, so you would not be able to kill me with one move. At least that's what I thought last time, but then he suddenly did 33 damage instead of 23. So, like, what's happening with this tentacle? Or maybe he just got buffs when he was that close to death. I'll set her here for one turn and really hope that things don't get crazy again. She should have a support with May, but May can't get close enough. Bowie isn't here, Atlas isn't here. All right. I'll just keep moving May up. I'd like to have her in range for supports if I can. Everybody else just kind of start collapsing in around. If we can distract him to use a magic attack on one of us instead, that's all the better for me. Yep, just like this, you're going for Python. And you missed! Excellent. So I get some free 6 damage on the counterattack. Sorry. 12 damage. It's still kind of piddly, but we're whittling him down. That's the important part. And now we know what his preferred target is, so oh, actually, yes, no, this is good. Because I can spend the turn healing up Celica, and then I know he won't counterattack me next turn. So we'll do this the once with the beloved Zofia. Get some heavy damage in. I like that I caught him in Poison Swamp too. He's not taking damage from it, but it's just like weirdly suiting.
Quit playing around.
Or I guess he's not actually in the Poison Swamp. He's on dry land, but in battle, he'd be showing up on the Poison Swamp. I don't know what's up with that. Oh well. Celica needs heals, so let's get Delphia up here. White Magic Recover, bam. And make sure that Tatiana's around. Keep Forsyth moving up. Get her with the Fortify, so everybody that wasn't totally topped before is now. And we physic heal you up, and we're good. Golden.
Spirits of the earth, heed my call.
Damage. That hurts. But yeah, he doesn't attack. Thank God for that. So Tatiana's just got to spend her turn fortifying, but Alm never took damage, so I can totally attack with him again. Or I mean, he did take damage, he just healed it all back.
All right.
So here's a hefty swipe. 45. Took a bit, that's fine. He can heal it back. Yes. Knocked him down to 8. 8
Tend to your
HP.
wounds.
Okay. But see, this is where things got crazy last time. Because when he fell down to a visible number, he started blocking all counterattacks. And while I am tempted to attack right now and finish it, I have a feeling that the same thing's gonna happen. So I'm actually gonna back Celica off and move somebody who's more suited to physical combat into her place. Like, perhaps, Saber, he's got 16. And I'm not gonna attack, I'm just gonna sit here. Do the Fortify, heal everybody up, and see what he does for a turn. Have Faye step up and heal up Alm entirely. We make sure that Tatiana is topped up, and now just let it go. See what happens. Whoa, you healed 40 HP. I knew it, he gets supercharged. Now he's attacking me with a ranged move. And watch. Python's attack was nullified. I know the beloved Zofia can't cut through whatever's happening right now. And what's more, this ability's not listed, so I can't know anything about it. He just seems to become immune. And heal it all back. The only thing I could think of would be like that I would have to take him from question mark to dead in one round. But I don't think that's possible. Like, right now, Tatiana's still available, so I'm gonna try attacking him with Alm. See, and he does. He totally does more damage now. His attack is 30. My defense is 18. His tentacle is 10, so he has 40 attack damage. My defense is 18. That should do 22. If I attack, he's doing 33. He's got another 11 on top of it. Where's that coming from? And watch, I bet these will be nullified. Even Alm's Royal Sword is nullified. Endlessly. Just keep attacking, I guess. I gotta see if we can chop through this the same way as we did with Jeddah. That's 3 attackers. So Matilda ate that one. But her attack was nullified again.
Go get patched up.
I think that means that I would have to spend that turn healing Matilda up. But I do have Faye, and May, and Celica, and Silk. Everybody's in range now, so maybe I can get away with not. Or I mean, with just still keeping up the offensive. Cliff, try it. This should be attacker number 4. Here it is again. Take a big damage. Cliff's attack was nullified. So I gotta spend some healers on him.
Go get patched up. All right, I'll handle it.
Lastly, Saber. Can't do a whole hell of a lot either. Oh, and I have to heal up Python as well, so never mind. I shouldn't be all willy-nilly with this. I guess I do have one more healer at the ready, but that no, I have 2. I have 2 healers. Somebody needs to top up Tatiana, and somebody can touch up on whoever else I want to have attack right now. Be it Saber, Duelist Sword, Roundhouse does 19 damage, and 100% chance. He's attacker number 5 now, I think. No go! It's just not letting anything through. I feel like I must be missing something. You're also only countering with magic damage. None of those were the tentacle. Go ahead, May, you try it as well. No. I think that was a problem too, I shouldn't have done that. I needed May to top up Python. And this is clearly not working. So now, yeah, now I have too many targets. So back that one up.
I'll do my best.
We'll have Tatiana fortify everybody, see where we're all sitting at. Okay, so Python's back, everybody's back up except for Tatiana.
Top of my game.
So now we'll have May, go ahead and recover you. Faye will continue just kicking around. I'll have Forsyth nearby to stand in for somebody next turn, probably in place of Saber. Like, you healed up 5, okay. So you're back to question mark. Interesting target. I see why now, because you wanted to totally kill Silk, but there. Now I can do damage again. So maybe it is that when he gets into the question mark, he's just, I mean, when he gets into numbered health, he's just impossible to hurt. And that was Tentacle, even though she's not in melee range. Range 1 to 2. Okay, it's anybody that's nearby. So I gotta make sure that Silk is not in range of that. Defensive 7, defensive 8. That actually puts Delphia at risk of that too, so you're out. As well as Genny, you're out. Alright, Saber, back out. We'll get you in. I'm gonna put this to the test. I think it's still gonna fail. No, wait. I can't do that. Yeah, Celica has 17 defense. She can heal him up. He's at 51 HP. I bet this is not gonna work. So I have to hit him for some massive amount of damage that just kills him from the question mark.
Go get patched up.
Let us proceed.
I do not know how I'm gonna be able to do that. Also, that's bad. You have so little. No, wait. You have 5. No. That's all. You get out of there. You get out of that particular space. You can't stand there.
I'll do my best.
Let's get you over here instead. Fortify.
Good. I'm at the top of my game.
May recover. Good. This is annoying. I don't think there's a reliable way to do that. You have more than 60 HP. You've got defense and resistance of 20. And I have to take that out in 1 round. Or else his crazy defenses go up.
At your service.
All right, let's go.
Like, the only one that's even close to being able to do it is Alm, and that's if he gets crits from all of these people who are supporting him. I think Claire's got supports with him too, so let's get her into the picture down here. There we go. So that's 4 supports. And if I double Lion, it does... Maybe if I use the ultimate arts, I can get past it. And from full HP, that still doesn't kill me. Alright. I'll play along. So that does 29, but double Lion does 20 twice. And then he heals 40 damage, so he'll just heal that back. Cliff, you go ahead and do your 20 damage right here, knock him down to 36. Maybe I'll get lucky with a crit. You did it for Rakut. Dodge the shot, excellent. No damage. It just straight up says no damage. So it'll activate mid goddamn combat battle if it needs to. Okay. Well, now now you have your increased damage though. Sensdale cost me 16 HP. I said that I was gonna use all my stat boosting items too, and I completely forgot about them. What do I have? What do I have? I might need to dump all of these in a friggin' Alm right now. God, the people that must have been screaming at me in the comments on the last episode or two, just like, use your items, arg! They completely went to waste. I did not think about them at all. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? All the way down here. Grants XP. I could just give all more levels. Granted, this is just working off of a hunch. But I get the sense that the ultimate art exists for this reason, so... I'm just gonna give Alm some extra levels here. Give him some more stats. Hopefully this increases his crit chance.
I can tell.
But you're maxed out on health now, so this is the time to see if this is gonna work. It's not! You still do too much damage to me! If this... Okay, it won't miss. But if he hits me, I'm dead. I think I need more defense, I need more HP, I gotta eat another one of those things. Yeah, another golden apple.
I don't know about this.
I'm at level 17 now. Good level, good level.
I can tell I'm getting stronger.
1 point of HP, nothing on the defenses. The defense is what I needed. And every turn I dally, he's just restoring more of his health back. Arts Send Scale. 33. And this costs me 16 HP, so 33 plus 16 costs 49. I would need 2 more points to survive that. What else have I got in the convoy? HP food, increases luck, speed. I already used the defense one on, good, I have 2 fruits of life. And they give me 2 apiece, excellent. Alright, so give this a shot. If I survive with 1 HP, that's all I need. Just to see if this works. You can just keep attacking Python. I'm cool with that. Python's just like, hey. Okay, Arts, Send Scale, 1 HP left. Tell me this is gonna work. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? I don't understand. Nothing I do works. I don't want to look this up. I feel like there's got to be something I'm missing, something obvious. But good lord, I cannot tell what it's supposed to be. Are there any other weapons that I'm missing?
Let us proceed.
Oh, Celica can't get at the convoy anymore. Alm's the only one who has that. Shoot. All right, well, I'm not gonna leave her here, but what else have we got in here? Oh, of course. I need the Falchion, the dragon destroying sword. I don't need the royal sword with maxed out abilities. I gotta get the sword that I was literally given and said, you have to use this to kill Duma. And here I am not using it to kill Duma, and I'm like, why isn't Duma dying? I don't get it. Oh, I feel like such an idiot. Convoy. Falchion, a sword with the power to destroy gods. Swap. Now if I attack with it, he only does 22, but again, I guess he's back into the question mark, so go for it, I'll use the Falchion. Slash him. Let him do his weird little counterattack here. Slash him again. Totally, it works. It totally works. Perfect. I did it. I figured it out.
Quite the inspiration.
And I only had to sit here struggling for like an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure it. I don't know why my voice is gone all like New York is scratchy right now.
Watch me go.
Maybe it's just the excitement and tiredness all coming to a head. I expected to be done recording this at 10:30. It's now 11:20. You leave Python alone. Python is not the one that you need to be focusing on right now, mister. I want you to look here. Hey. Down here. Green hair, blue armor. You pay attention to me. I hate that he restores 40 HP. Oh, wait. Falchion. This is it. I had to be in this phase to get this.
Erkut, Fernand, Milla, even my father. They and countless others lost to us. Tainted by your precious power. But that chain of tragedies ends here.
My heart is full of thanks for all you've given man, O divine Duma. Without yours and Milla's bounty, Valentia could never have existed. They would never have been born into this world. Never tasted joy and sorrow. So please, do not suffer any longer. Let all of our pain end here. Allow your great and weary soul the rest it deserves.
I suppose when you get that mad, you think you're still in the right. 18. Oh, what is this? You're gonna use magic as a counter? Nice dodge.
Take this!
Game over, man. Oh, but I mean, I feel like this had to happen. This is obviously scripted. It would be a little anticlimactic to like do the speech and then just do 18, still alive. Out one skull and in the other. I wonder, did Duma ever have a human form like Milla?
So be it,
Oh.
I leave Valentia's future to you, her hero. Take from us what lessons you will, and shape her into a land to remember.
You seem oddly lucid now that you're dead.
Make her strong like Duma, and fill her with Milla's love. Let our grave mistakes be warnings of where not to tread as you lead her forth. Now we shall sleep, and never shall you disturb our slumber.
It's not sleep. Is dead. Is definitely called dead. But okay. Like, no, I'm not gonna respect him. I'm not gonna respect the dead. He's a complete dickhole. He completely caused a war on this whole thing. He killed millions of people. Witches. He consumed souls. I'm not gonna be nice to that guy just because he's going down. Get off my back, Mom. Oh, excuse me, 1 second. I needed to plug in my 3DS. After all that, I looked down and saw that it was blinking red, and I'm like, oh shit, this would be a bad time for things to die.
So this is where you were.
Huh? Oh, hey, Celica.
You aren't going to be late to your own coronation, are you?
So he is gonna go be royalty. God.
No, of course not. I'm just still wrapping my head around sitting on your father's throne.
Oh wait, so he's gonna go to Sophia. But he's the emperor. He's the Valent. I mean, he's the Rigel guy.
It isn't my father's throne. This isn't Sophia any longer, Ohm.
Oh.
It's the one kingdom of Valentia.
He brought them together. Funny then that he still uses the Sophia castle. I mean, no, it's not central. It's definitely in the southern continent. So how's the Rigels gonna feel about that, huh?
And you're going to be its first ruler.
Celica.
Please don't misunderstand. I don't bear him any grudge. Not now. I just think he was a very sad man. Perhaps if I'd been there with him, I might have helped him change. If I have any regrets, it's that.
I know what you mean. Neither of us got the chance to stand by our fathers. If we'd been given the opportunity to learn more about each other, maybe things would have turned out differently for us.
Maybe, schmaybe, KB, laybe. Gravy.
Perhaps it was the same for Milla and Duma.
I wonder. They'd been fighting for centuries, right? Seems like a lost cause to me.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Look, I already went over this. Duma's a complete dickbag, and Milla straight up admitted, yo, we fucked up.
Sorry. I didn't mean any disrespect. But they're at peace now, you know? Asleep. Together.
Yes. They'll look down over this new Valentia forever from their mountaintop graves. And the trees. Do you know of them, Ohm? They say that where divine dragons sleep, sacred trees take root and grow.
Wow. Must be some trees.
Must be a reference to whatever divine tree happened in Marth's game. I think it was a thing because I remember it showing up briefly in Awakening and the little bit that I played of it.
In time, yes. They grow for hundreds, even thousands of years. Who can say what Valentia will look like once they've matured? Will man's endeavors continue without the grace and strength of the gods?
Yes.
They won't continue on their own. We have to make it happen.
Also yes.
We'll forge a land where we can do just that. All of us. Together.
That sounds lovely, Ohm. And you're right. I know we can do it.
We can. And we will. I think Milla and Duma gave us one last gift. The strength to trust in our own abilities. Anyway, it's time.
Gladly.
Oh, I skipped the let's go, sorry. Are they gonna give us a final cinematic? No, it's an engine. I hope they give us like a final cartoon style cinematic. Those are great. They've gotta be boning now, right? Like, I mean, he's ruler, but she's obviously gonna be queen. They are the royal lines of both of the kingdoms. It only makes sense that they'd, you know, continue that. Very, very graphically. On that balcony, just bend her over the railing, and I'm gonna stop.
Countless sacrifices, at last,
I'm ruining
a new
this.
peace dawned in Valentia. Was it inexorable fate that saw this conflict erupt? No man or woman alive can say. Only one truth is clear. War will come again, when man grows proud and slothful once more, and its flames will devour one and all,
of course,
raging until the very earth itself lies scorched and bare of life.
As you do.
For whatever madness lay in the hearts of gods, a darkness deeper still beats wild in the hearts of man.
Man, what a sour note to end on. And no cinematic. Damn it. Ramwood's battle. Tobin and the others paved the way to victory with their great deeds. Why does it say Tobin? Alm and the others paved the way to victory with their great deeds. Faye and the others paved their victory. Is that like giving you the MVP? Faye and the others paved the way. Enemies. Faye and the others paved the way. Alm and the others paved the way. Can I speed this up? I cannot. Liberation of Zofia Castle. Tobin and the others. Skirmish, Celica and the others. All right, Saber, yeah, it must just be MVP of each battle. Second pirate raid, May. Assault on the pirate throne was May again. Third pirate raid was Leon, really? Right, Leon was really, really good earlier in this game. And Mad Dog Saber had his time for a while. Saber. Fifth pirate raid, Saber again. It's just the anti-pirate. Zophian Coast battle was May. Skirmish was May again. Wow, only 2 turns? I guess it was a skirmish. So Northern Zofia battle was back to Faye. And just reading these because I don't know. I did not enjoy the game, but I don't really have the same end game wave of emotions that I did with Pokemon. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Like, I liked the story. I loved that it was so fully voice acted. And during the acting, it got me so into things. Maybe it was just the frustration of that last battle and trying to figure it out, and then the solution was so damn easy. Or maybe I'm just tired right now. I don't know. It's tough to say. Retaking the sluice gate was Faye again. I wish that these at least had like different messages. It's all just "and the others paved the way to victory with their great deeds." I don't really know why they're like so bland and boring. But yeah, definitely worth the asking price. I think the DLC is too much and asking too much cost for it. But the base game, hell yes, this is so worth the price of entry. I enjoyed this through and through way more than I did of what I've seen and played of Awakening and or Fates. Amidst, the final battle. Amidst the final clash, Conrad's life was sadly lost. That means at some point here, Sonia's was listed as well, but I missed it. So it only lists the dead. And otherwise, it was the MVP. Gotcha, okay. Oh, I'm sorry about the yawns. Fire Emblem. Is this the credits? It looks like credits. But I don't see any credits. Oh, here's where you get the yay! The wrap up. I was waiting for this. Mycen. As the One Kingdom's new chancellor and right-hand man to King Olm I, good Sir Mycen worked tirelessly toward the kingdom's restoration. Despite his formal standing and title, the king and queen continued to love him like a grandfather. Of course, look at that. He's got a good-looking granddad. Hey Lou, how's it going? Battles 4? Nuh-uh, you existed for 1 battle, and then you died at the Forest Crossroads. I don't know where you're getting this oh wait, battles. It took 4 battles to 4 attackers to bring him down, that's what it was. Noma. After spearheading the unification of the Milla and Duma faithful, Noma became the new sect's high priest. Despite being adored by a congregation numbering in the tens of thousands, his friends attest that he retained his playful, light-hearted nature all his life. Because he came from Rigel down to Zofia, right? There were some of those traders that went back and forth, I forgot that. Tatiana prayed that Zeke's memory would remain hazy, and the two eventually did live something of a happy life. Selfish bitch. Though they were parted at times, Zeke always returned to Tatiana's side in the end. I wish they gave little titles for them. Old games used to do that. Or the older games, even though this is like the oldest game. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Previous games. Genny. After falling in a most unlikely love, Genny wed a man no one would ever expect. As for whom she married, exactly, no one can say. Whenever her friends asked, she replied only with a smile and an enigmatic laugh. What the hell's that supposed to mean? She's married a mystery man? Paula. Having rescued Est as planned, Paula returned home in triumph. Tales of her further exploits line the pages of Arcanea's history books. That would probably be different if Est had remained dead, but I hacked up, so. Lucas, battles 32, victory 6, died shortly after the war due to grievous wounds sustained in battle. The world was darker for the loss. Sorry, Loveless, you can't really survive without working bowels. I'm sure he just backed up and then exploded due to fecal overload. Silk, battles 39, victory 6. The war left Valentia with many wounded, and Silk traveled to the former Rigel to heal all that she could. Her exact path is difficult to retrace, but anecdotes survive across the continent, telling of the countless lives she saved. Aw, she always did have one of the nicest portraits with that side look. Clive, the useless hero. Clive was appointed the first captain of the One Kingdom's Brotherhood of Knights. Waste of a spot. His talent and honesty made him popular with commoners and nobles alike. And under his leadership, the knights flourished. He and his lovely wife were objects of the people's envy. Of course, everybody would envy Matilda. Why didn't they put Zeke after Tatiana? Where are they getting this order from? The fires of war had illuminated... Oh, Zeke, 23 victories, 11. The fires of war had illuminated the dark recesses of Zeke's memory. But he loved Tatiana too much to burden her with his torturous past, so he chose to bear it in silence as they lived out their lives together. He remembered and just didn't tell her. You sly bastard. Hey, one of the useless ones. Battles 45, victories 13. Intrigued by Jesse's idea, Kamui helped to found a kingdom of mercenaries and lived there happily for a time. In the end, however, his wanderlust prevailed. One day he went for a stroll and simply vanished, never to be seen again. Probably died to a bear or something. Also, they must be getting this from the amount they saw combat, because Mycen was 0-0. Bowie, 65 and 19. After returning to the Priory on Novus, Bowie weathered a trying courtship with May until the two were wed. Weathered. Children came soon and in plentiful number, giving the pair a host of new excuses to argue. Joy takes curious forms at times, but Bowie was a happy man indeed. I could see that. May would most definitely be a handful. Hey, Conrad, 74 and 37. Final resting place, the altar of Duma. Sorry, Conrad, you would have been cool to see an end slate for, but Delphia, 74 and 45. After the war, Delphia decided to lock away her magic. What? And pursue a wild and happy life as an ordinary woman. I don't believe it. No way. She's too attached to that. She found herself the perfect husband at court, but made a point to return to her village often, where she would liven things up with tales of her brother, who is dead. Can't stress that enough. Hey Gandalf, what up? Battles 131 and 49. As a member of the One Kingdom's Brotherhood of Knights, no, he's definitely a mage, Gray worked diligently at restoring the continent. He applied himself equally to winning Claire's heart and beat Tobin out in the end. As he was heard to say, pick the guy with the big heart, not the pretty face. Well, I'll agree with you there. Tobin's got the prettier face. Atlas 121 and 51. After returning to the mountain home where his brothers waited, Atlas resumed life as a lumberjack. Though his work defending the village from bandits continued to win him admiration. While retired from the army, he was always first to aid the queen in times of need. I am so thirsty, but I can't get up and miss these. Hey, Sonia, what's up? Battles 93, victories 55, final resting place, Duma Tower. We lost a lot of people towards the end of the game. Oh. Forsyth, 150 and 57. Forsyth joined the One Kingdom's Knights after the war, working hard to bring order back to the land. Time took off some of his more caustic edges, and he served many years alongside Clive as a poised and thoughtful lieutenant. Forsyth got what he wanted. Yeah, good boy, Forsyth. Valbar, 146 and 61. Valbar joined the One Kingdom's Brotherhood of Knights at Ulm's request, where he worked to train the next generation. Well loved for his open and honest nature, he spent his years happily surrounded by friends and admirers. Well, good. I'm glad he was able to live a good life after losing his family. Nah, sweet girl Matilda. And these portraits have bodies to them, because these are the face portraits you see on the bottom half. Matilda, 155 and 65. Matilda cast her armor aside and wed Clive. She was rarely seen in public after that, having perhaps chosen to support her husband behind the scenes instead. However, her legendary exploits as a knight are sure to live on forever in Valentian history. Why would she do that? You were always the better knight. Just have Clive be the housewife. He's better at that. Est 124 and Victory 71. Successfully reunited with her sisters, Est returned home in triumph. Tales of her further exploits line the pages of her Arcanius history books. Same as Paula. Because I think she shows up in another game, that trio. Python, 242 and 71. While the One Kingdom offered him a knighthood, Python chose a quieter life as head of a frontier militia that defended villages and towns from brigands. His old friend would visit now and then, often with a bottle the two would use to while the night away. Python and Forsyth didn't stick together? That sucks, man. Cliff, 206 and 72. With the war over, Cliff bid Ulm farewell and vanished, with some speculation that he left for a new continent. Does Cliff show up again? Decades later, a young man claiming to be Cliff's son arrived in Valentia to serve the king. The boy was said to have a tremendous gift for magic. Nuh-uh, Cliff is definitely a cavalier. He's just better that way. Saber, 169 and 77. Along with Jesse, Saber helped build the foundation for a new kingdom of and for mercenaries. He continued working as a sellsword for years to come and aided the One Kingdom on many occasions, always with his stunning bride by his side. He had a bride? Who did Saber marry? What? Tobin, 198 and 78. As one of the most scrupulous knights in the One Kingdom's Brotherhood, Tobin spent his life serving his friend King Ulm. The king, in turn, placed a great deal of trust in Tobin, eventually granting him both a title and his own castle. Bit of a better life than coming from the village, I suppose. Jesse, 124 and 79. After successfully founding a mercenary kingdom in Greeth's former land, Jesse then proved successful at ruling it. Good on him. A lot of butt chins among the 30 to 40-year-old men in this game. In times of strife, he worked with Ulm to secure peace. Tales of his valor are told even now, in which he's reverently called the Steel Amidst the Sand. It's actually a pretty suave title. Leon, battles 213, victories 79. Welcomed into the One Kingdom's Brotherhood of Knights, Leon remained at Valbar's side until an injury ended his fighting career. He then took up work as a merchant in the city market, where he lived free, happy, and dauntlessly true to himself to the last. Good on him. Catria, 182 and 83. Having rescued Est as planned, Catria returned home in triumph. Tales of her further exploits line the pages of Arcania's history books. Probably the best of the three sisters. I like Catria the most by far. Oh, Claire had a butterfly in her picture. 190 and 95. As a knight of the One Kingdom, Claire worked hard on behalf of the continent. In time, Gray's tenacity won her over, and she became his wife, and then a mother. But Claire never stayed grounded. She and her Pegasus continued to race across the sky. Gawkers be damned. I like Claire. May. Battles 191, victories 102. May returned to Novus and resumed her work at the Priory with Bowie. The two bickered endlessly before and after their wedding, while managing to raise many children during the pauses between barbs. Both of them often remarked that they couldn't possibly be happier. Arguments and all. I bet some of these change based on your supports. Faye, 221 and 121. That ratio, though, that's like almost half the fight she ever got into. She won. Unable to get Alm out of her mind, Faye returned to her old life in Ram Village. Eventually, she met and married a suitor who claimed he did not mind her pining for the king, though her habit of vanishing without notice for days at a time continued to worry her new family. She's a little bit on the weird side for sure, but I like that. I like that about Faye. She's so odd as a character. In marrying Alm, Celica became the first queen of the One Kingdom of Valentia and aided her king with wisdom and compassion. Good. Also, it says Nintendo. Are we at the end already? Believed by the people to be a reincarnation of Milla, she was universally loved for her work, fostering peace within the nascent kingdom. Oh, it must be, because Celica and Alm must be at the very end because they're not paying attention to the victory counter anymore. Battles 264 and victories 130. As first king of the One Kingdom of Valentia, Alm spent his life restoring the continent to glory. He would be remembered fondly by later generations as Saint King Alm I, who cast off the gods' oppressive yoke and founded a dynasty that would last 1,000 years. Also, Faye, true MVP. I didn't have time to, because Celica came up, but Faye, best real actual MVP. I think only Alm had more victories. Ooh. Oh, the end. And that must be one of those sacred trees. The pictures aren't really lining up for you, but they do on here. Can't really see because of reflections, but they totally do. The end. I really love Fire Emblem games, you guys. You got an award, Humanity's Genesis, awarded for ending the Age of Gods and ushering in a new era. Duma Incarnate, awarded for learning and using Alm's ultimate art. Cherisher of Life, surviving countless tough battles and learning the value of life. Oh! The title screen changed! It's subtle, but for the whole time, they've been kids running through the field, and now they're the adult versions. Well, I gotta see what happens if I hit continue. From Regel Castle. People told me there's a post-game to this, and I'm confused. I don't think there should be. A foreign trading ship has arrived at Sophia Harbor. More bad guys just popped up. But it looks like there is finally a cleared path between the two to get to opposite ends of the map, right here. There is no such clearing up here. But the whole army is as one. Man, getting into a scrap in the field must just be purely overwhelming at that point. Huh. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do it, but I'll go check out what this foreign trading ship is. Just to, like, see what comes up. Sophia Harbor. Merchant from Arcanea, land across the sea to Valentia's east. My business here is finished, so I aim to set sail home. Pirates making trouble again, I could use a reliable escort. What say you? Could I ask your aid in seeing me back safely? What? At any point, I might cut this out and call the video done. But I want to check. The route to Arcanea is due east from this harbor. I can depart at any time. Just say the word and we'll be off. The route to Arcanea to reach the continent of Arcanea. Excuse me, what? Fade's Labyrinth. Mammothor Desert, Furia Heart. There's a bunch of pirate battles on the way. Okay, so this is definitely more than I was ever planning to get into with this. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just call this a done. I'm gonna call this a done. Those look like things that will be good for me to experience perhaps in my off time, or if there's demand for it, maybe, or maybe not even if there's demand for it. Maybe I'll just stream it instead. I don't know. But it is currently nearly midnight, and I have been sitting here struggling in that final battle for far too long. I'm happy, I'm content, the game has ended. I got all of my wrap up at the end of the game. I got my fantastic mental image of Alm just plowing Celica for days, along with May and Bowie on a different island. Just you know that all those kids didn't come out of nowhere. And I'm just gonna call it a night. I'm gonna call it a series. That's Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. Like I said, goddamn, that was a mighty fine game. I am so happy with this. I hope they remake more of the old games, more of the untranslated games, and I cannot wait for Fire Emblem Switch. Oh, it's gonna be good. Thank you everybody so much for watching this entire series. Hopefully soon, not immediately, but soon-ish, I plan to start another Fire Emblem, but I'm going to be doing it on Twitch. I'm gonna do it Fire Emblem 6, Roy's game, with a fan translation, because Fire Emblem 7 still is my favorite Fire Emblem to date. This one came really damn close, but I mean, this one's, it's tough to knock a nostalgic King of the Throne off. You guys know how it is. So Roy is Eliwood's kid, and 7 was 6's prequel, so I want to play 6 really, really bad. And I'm gonna do it on Twitch to force myself not to go in and spend time editing and cleaning stuff up. This series was supposed to be just raw footage tossed up, but I couldn't stop myself from going and picking at it, and that takes a lot more time than I ever had planned to budget. So I'm glad this is over and done with, and I can get some of my free time back for a while. But yes, keep an eye on Twitch soon for when that begins. And once Mario Rabbids is done, I'll start a new Pokemon game as well. But, you guys know I have a bad habit of this, just talking myself around in circles. Share the series around with anybody else you know who likes Fire Emblem, or who has been wondering about picking up this game, or just wants to see a fantastic old opera. Not opera, a fantastic old, like, fantasy story that's just really, really well acted. And until next time, guys, see ya.